In 2016, something terrifying happened in a small town in Indiana. A woman named Latoya Ammons claimed her children were possessed. Doctors and social workers witnessed the kids speaking in deep voices, levitating, and one of them even walked backwards up a hospital wall. Yeah, you heard that right. Backwards, on a wall, in front of a nurse and a case manager. It made the news. People called it the House of 200 Demons. Even police officers refused to go near the place after a while. But here's the part that made people stop and stare. A local Catholic priest, Father Maginot, got involved. He performed not one, but 3 official Catholic exorcisms on the woman. This wasn't a movie. This was real, and it left people asking, wait, does the Catholic Church still do exorcisms? Like actual ones? Is that still a thing? We live in an age of science and psychology. When someone acts strangely, we assume mental illness, trauma, or stress. But what if not everything can be explained by medicine? What if, just sometimes, there's something deeper, something darker going on? A lot of people, even Catholics, think exorcisms are just Hollywood horror stories, crosses flying, spinning heads, spooky music. But the truth is, the church does still perform exorcisms, and it's nothing like the movies. Let's clear things up. Exorcism is a formal prayer the church uses to drive out demons from a person who is truly possessed. It's not magic, it's a sacramental meaning. It prepares the soul to receive grace. And it only works through the authority of Jesus Christ. It's also very rare. The church doesn't jump to conclusions. Before an exorcism, the person has to go through medical and psychological evaluations. The church wants to rule out everything else first. So no, your annoying little brother is probably not possessed. But just because something sounds outdated doesn't mean it's not real. Jesus himself performed exorcisms in the Gospels. He cast out demons and even gave his apostles the authority to do the same. Luke 10, verse 17. And here's the key. The church has never stopped believing that Satan and demons exist. Not as symbols, not as metaphors, but as real spiritual beings who want to separate us from God. Therefore, the church doesn't perform exorcisms out of superstition. She does it to protect souls from real spiritual danger. People like Father Gabriele Amorth, the former chief exorcist of Rome, documented thousands of cases. He wasn't a weirdo. He wasn't obsessed. He was a calm, faithful priest who saw that evil was real, but God's power was greater. He said most people suffer not from possession, but from oppression or obsession, meaning the devil tries to influence, disturb, or tempt them in extreme ways. But full possession, when a demon takes over someone's body, is very rare, but still, it happens. Here's what makes exorcism powerful. It's not the priest, it's not the words, it's not holy water or incense. It's the name of Jesus. The priest acts in the authority of the church, and the church acts in the authority of Christ. Demons flee when they hear his name, not because of fear, but because they know they've already lost. So why should you care? You're not haunted. You're not possessed. Why talk about this at all? Because we're all in a spiritual battle. St. Paul says, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against the powers of darkness. Ephesians 6, verse 12. Therefore, exorcism isn't just about dramatic cases. It reminds us there is evil in the world, and we need to stay close to the light. Through confession, through prayer, through the sacraments. So yes, Catholic exorcisms are real, but so is God's power, so is his mercy. But we don't need to live in fear of the devil. Therefore, let's live in the truth of Christ. Because the most powerful exorcism in your life, it might just be a humble confession and a heart fully surrendered to God.